Hey there, guys. What's going on? Sloppy here, playing some more Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft. Hello, sheep. No, I'm not gonna hit you. We're friends, right? We're friends. Lonely cow. Still lonely. I promised I'd get him a friend, and I haven't yet. The world is not loading in quite as far as I was hoping it would. Last time, we made an iron farm that I'm really happy with. Yeah, we made an iron farm. We've done a lot the last two episodes. We did some landscaping. I filled in over this. We used to have a little pond over here. Our area is changing, and I'm really digging the way it's going. We got this done. We also built an iron farm, which is working just great. It's getting about a stack of iron an hour of AFK. I'm sure there's a way to bump that up. Well, I don't know. It's just... You can just see the edge of it. There it is. I do want to build some sort of structure around that. But we'll do that another time. I do want to get a map today because I like looking at maps and seeing how they change. So we are going to do a map today at some point, but that's working great. One thing I can do is... yeah, you can stack these 70 blocks apart, because then they're actually separate villages. So I could stack one 70 blocks up, although that would probably look really terrible. I might even be able to stack one lower. We're at 65. That's probably around 75, 80. So we might be able to put one around bedrock and actually have two of these. That's probably a touch overkill. We could also move one 64 blocks that direction and then stand in the middle of the two. There's a lot of ways to do iron farms. Heck, if we get tired of making villagers over here, we could put one in this area. But either way, that's working great. I'm not in any rush to make another one. What I do want to do today is actually create a pumpkin farm. And at the same time, we might as well make a melon farm because, I mean, really, why not? But if we go down here, this is where all of our villagers are. They're a touch loud. I apologize for that. I don't think any of their noise is coming through. But yeah, farmers, pumpkins. Easy trade because you don't actually have to do anything. You could farm them automatically. They just fall off and then you can trade them. So I really want to get those being made. I do want to separate out our villagers, but I might do that another time because they're just all down there. Today, I really want to get a pumpkin and melon farm up and running. I don't really care about the melon. It's more just, I do like having the glass showing, but I also feel like that's better for the landscape. Yeah, we'll probably put a building like right here, and then you can look down and have the glass or something. I don't know. Everything's subject to change because I haven't made my mind up about much. But anyway, I need a bunch of redstone. If we go down here, I am all over the place right now. If we go down here, you can see I have 48 redstone ore. Oh, I actually have quite a bit. Yeah, I still need to mine. I don't have a lot of resources in general. So I do want to go mining a little bit for redstone. Yeah, we're going to need a bunch of observers and a bunch of pistons, which we don't have a lot of either. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time mining, hopefully get a bunch of redstone, and then I'll show you guys the design that I think will work completely fine. It's very similar to this design that we have for the sugarcane, which uses observers to detect when they get tall and then pushes them off. Wow, it's the exact same thing, but for pumpkin and melon. So yeah, that should be really good. Redstone. So this actually gives me the opportunity to try something I've been curious about. I've got this Fortune 3 pick. I'm going to put mending on it, and I'm just going to use it until I'm just going to go strip mining with it. I want to know, I'm going to mine out coal, redstone, diamonds, everything I find, because I also am out of coal, which is interesting. But I'm really curious if it'll sustain itself through strip mining, like I would never have to come back up except to get rid of items. So that's sort of what I'm trying. It's about half full right now, so I want to know if it will kind of keep up with that. Half full pickaxe. There's coal. Is it? I mean, this probably isn't enough of a test to see, but like, I'm kind of curious if it's self-sustaining or if you really need an XP farm for like a mending enchantment. I mean, I know that helps and everything. I'm just curious. Well, good news. It did not take me long to get a little bit of redstone, but also it appears you can just mine without hesitation. Look at that. It's actually gone up in its repair, so that's cool. Also, I turned on connected grass. It's kind of cool. It brings the grass texture over the dirt. Definitely a different vibe. I'm not entirely sure I like it. It's different. I'm going to leave it on, see how it is. I saw a few people say that this is like the best part of Optifine, that they have this connected grass texture. So, I don't know. This biome, it also, I think, looks a little bit weird. But anywho, Pistons. Pistones. Let's grab a stack of you. I wouldn't mind just crafting a full stack of pistons. You know what? I don't want to use acacia. Acacia is hard to get. Acacia is annoying to mine. So, how many can I make? 30 should be good for a little bit. I can make a bunch more if I need to. Let's put away some of this stuff. Guess we'll keep all of you. Cool. Also, I got some really... I found another... I was just lighting up the desert. I found another one. I got some diamond horse armor, which is really nice. I don't think I actually have any saddles. I have one saddle. Okay, maybe it might be worthwhile to go find a horse. Anyway, let me show you, first of all, my little idea for a melon farm. Pumpkin farm. So we're going to do the same thing that we have there. Which way? Yeah, okay, so I always forget which way is the front. This way is the front, so we would have something like that, and... Wait. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have something like that, and then... we'd have a block back here, and then a piece of redstone. And I think anytime it would be planted here, and I think anytime it grows on either side, it would pop off. You know what? I thought this design would work in my head. I'm going to go test it out in my creative redstone world before I commit to it here. I think it'll work, though. So, this is the design. Very simple. We've got the plant in front of the observer. When it grows, it actually sends an update. We might see one if we're lucky. Maybe. It'll send both pistons, no big deal. It goes into a block and then into the redstone dust on either side, so it'll hit two sides, but unless pumpkins grow simultaneously, then it won't even matter because they pop back anyway. So that's pretty cool. You can't test it like that because it doesn't send the update. This actually has to grow itself. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We can set it up kind of any way we want. We can stack these up. We can put them all on one level. You know, doesn't really matter, which is cool. So yeah, I think what I want to do is probably stack them vertically. So we can do like a tower, because I think maybe some silos, some sort of, I'm thinking more of in our world, I think having a tower would be more visually appealing, like a silo or something. So, yeah, I've been trying to wait to see if one of these will grow. Does not appear like they want to. Do it. Nope. Okay. Well, okay, let's go build this in the real world. Well, oh, there's one. Well, this lined up nicely. I tucked it into this corner over here. I'm not sure I really like the spot. It's not bad, though. We can kind of... I feel like it's a little close to the wall. But, Yeah, it's lined up quite nicely with the water, actually. It all drops into the corner. I just bone mealed it. So hopefully we should see a little bit of stuff soon. Yeah, it's going to be hard to hydrate the stuff above, I guess. If we want to go higher. I'm not sure we really need it to be that big. Well, I do want it bigger than this, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I chose a really dumb spot to put it, but, should be fine. The other thing I'm worried about is this shooting straight across onto another side. That could be an issue. I mean, the other thing we could do is build it, I guess, 3 wide and then high. So we only need the middle part hydrated, so we just need like a beam of water. That might actually be a better idea. Ooh, maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, I'm going to change this up completely. I am curious to see if this works a little bit, though. At the top floor of the build, I am two pistons short, which is frustrating, but yeah, this has been pretty smooth, actually. Once you sort of build one, it's pretty easy. It's pretty stackable, which is cool. Not that it really needs to be. It's probably easier to build out horizontally, and I think you would actually save some resources. But either way, it's pretty easy. I feel like there's a much more efficient way to do this. Once we get the water in the middle, this should actually be working. We're 4 layers tall, so that's 16 crops. That's not a ton, but again, this area is not about big farms, more so just having them. I don't know, you know, like we could make this significantly more. You know, there's pumpkin farms that are huge that produce all sorts of pumpkins an hour and all that stuff, but I'm not really too concerned about that. So if we just go like that, right, and yeah, what if I, no, that doesn't work. Well, if I put one in either corner, does it spread out? Probably. So if I, these should all be hydrated, right? In theory. No, that popped off. Okay. We'll figure out some way to do the water a little bit better. I think if there's a hole down there, it'll flow straight, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me get the water in. Let me do all this. How do I get the seed back? Hello. Let me get the water in. Let me do all this. And it should be almost good to go. All right, water's in. Now I'm trying to get the seeds planted. Okay, that row is done. This row we have 2 of the sides. Good thing water mechanics are way better now. And then down here, this is the very bottom row, I guess. This does make collection a little bit more difficult. Right, so in theory, I mean, if I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can like easily just collect everything that's coming down. Not really, eh? No. Signs, I think, will catch some stuff. So if I do something like that, think all the water is flowing over to here. So we can put our hopper like right there. Maybe. So we'd have a chest like that. Hopper there. Let's get a stair. No, let's get a slab. Well, yeah, I think a slab is big enough. Doesn't really matter. No, we want it on top of this. Right. And then if we go... Yeah. I guess we'll wait and see if any pumpkins end up in here. This was a real weird mishmash of stuff. I'm hoping... Yeah, collection is probably the biggest issue with this farm right now. I think everything else works. I'm also hoping they don't pop off around the corner. That's sort of one of my other concerns with this farm. It should be fine. I think this will work. The only other thing that might be an idea is just to flood the whole thing. Like the whole center chamber may have to be flooded. I'm not entirely sure though. Do I have any glass on me? I don't. I'm going to make the roof glass and sort of stand up there and watch. That might be an idea. Something that drives me crazy is the clock keeps breaking in my mob farm. I don't know. So I put this little light display because I thought it was fun. It lets me know if the clock's working. So if it is, it'll every time it switches, it'll set the minecart, and it's just a bunch of detector rails that for some reason I had 7 of. So we have 7 lamps. So we can quickly look up, and if we see the lights turning on, we know the clock is working. Kind of fun. I don't know. It was something that keeps bugging me. I keep thinking about having something there to some sort of display to let me know if the clock's working, because every now and again I have to go check it just to see. But that's really easy. Originally I just had the one light, just as a repeater coming from the clock, but it wasn't really that easy to see. So now it's quite easy, which is cool. Cool. Anyway, let's go check this. I had to fix a slight hiccup. Which was that we weren't really doing great with the collection. So I put in the signs, and I think this works a little bit better. We were having a little bit of issues with pumpkins that were falling on these things, but I think that's actually all done now. I think they're all being collected, which is really cool. Throw that one in there as well. We got 6 plus the 8 we had before, so I'm pretty sure it's working quite well, which is cool. That'll collect pumpkins. We've got a pumpkin farm, so now we just need to decorate it. I'm not sure I want to do melons. I'm not sure this is the height I want this either. We might want to make it bigger. The other thing we can do is make a second one. But I do want to get some sort of design in there, so that's what we're going to try and do now. I also took down these houses while I was waiting. I said I was going to do that. Eventually, there used to be a couple little things here. So let's try and decorate this. I just woke up. I left my computer on all night, AFKing in this spot, which isn't overly exciting, but I am curious to see. I kind of expected more, to be honest. I do love getting all the poppies. I kind of thought there'd be more. I left it on for like 8 hours. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 2 of them were there, so it's about 7 stacks. It's okay. I thought there'd be more. No big deal. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more building. Let me get back over to where we were. It's a brand new day in real world. Guess I should be about to sleep here. That's cool, though. At least it works. Okay. First attempt. Not really done yet. It's different. It's different. I don't know. It kind of looks like a like an arrow. I don't know how to explain it. It's okay. I think maybe a fence around the top could look good. I think I'm gonna put a little house on this side because we have the ladder down there. I've also put the ladder on the side, so I think some sort of little structure next to it to hide the entryway would be good as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to design the wall a little bit because that might affect the top part. But I just put the most basic of roofs on it. And I think it might have to be taller. We may have to try to do something slightly different with the roof. But you know what? I'm not hating it. I think I have an idea. I think I'm going to repeat sort of this up there as well. Yeah, okay. I've sort of got a vision. This build is super weird. Also, I've learned that it's not very efficient. We aren't getting a ton of pumpkin. There's a lot falling on these edges, which is unfortunate. I think what we're gonna have to do is flood this entire chamber. Which isn't a huge deal. It can't actually wipe out the redstone. We may have to replant, but it shouldn't be actually too hard. Probably gonna have to flood the entire chamber, which sucks, but you can see up here, this is basically done. The only thing left is the roof for this little hut thing, which I just really just threw down. It took a weirdly long time to make orange wool. For some reason, I got red and white, and I was like, oh, that'll make orange, which made sense in my head, and as I'm sure all of you know, that makes pink. Whoops. But yeah, the tower looks okay. I kind of want to get rid of the ladder. I don't think that looks very good, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I could replace it with a water column. I kind of wanted glass so you could see the inside, but then I thought, like, that's kind of boring because you wouldn't actually see the pumpkins. You would see, like, the back of Pistons and an observer. So I just decided to cover it all. And I actually quite like the way it looks. It's sort of different. It kind of looks old with the cobble. Like, to me, it kind of looks like an old water tower, which I kind of dig. The further away from it I get, the more it kind of looks really old, or like an old sentry tower, maybe. Like, I almost like it enough to think, like, maybe one of the other corners of the wall, we could build, like, almost the exact same thing, because I think it really does look like it fits in there. It almost makes me think that, like, we should have built it into the wall, like, have the wall connect to it. That could have been really cool, but it's just inside the wall. I think we'll probably use this design for the melon farm. I just want to see if flooding the chamber works to get all the drops the way we want. If not, that's kind of an issue. Although, if it grows again, if the pumpkin grows again, the thing gets triggered, it would push the drops into the water anyway, right? I'm not sure how much we're losing. I don't know. I don't know. It should probably be bigger. I mean, the whole point of getting this pumpkin was to trade it, and we aren't really getting that much. 61. Oh well. Oh well. It looks good. I'm happy with the build, actually. I like the way it looks. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with the way it looks. I don't know what else to say. I do want to get a little bit of a roof on this little thing here, just to sort of finish off this build. I kind of just cobbled this together with random blocks. As you can see clearly, I also wanted to get some pumpkins in, so I used to use those for lighting. Kind of interesting, you have to shear them now to get the jack-o'-lantern. I kind of like that, because now you can have the plain pumpkin texture. But, yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm just going to get a roof on it, and maybe get rid of that ladder. I'm not sure about that. Oh, boy. Is done. Is done. I even added a little thing here for the the area. I kind of want to make that gravel through there. But yeah, add a little gateway. I kind of want to do something on this side. It's a little bit smaller than that one. But yeah, this is done. I'm really happy with it. I'm not sure it's super efficient, but it's making pumpkins, and that's what I wanted to do. So I'm not too worried about it. Eventually, it would actually be super easy to connect if we want to send those pumpkins anywhere. So that's cool. I don't think there's any actually spawnable things. No, there's no solid blocks that are dark or anything. But I think it fits in really nicely. I think it looks good. I do think it looks a little aged, which I kind of dig. I actually kind of want to replace some of those with like maybe cracked stone bricks, maybe some of them mossy. I think that could be really cool. I don't have any vines. I really have to go find a jungle. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. I hope you guys like it as well. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'm out of time to record today, but I'm actually really happy with this. I think it fits in really nicely in this place, and it's you know, kind of functional. But yeah, let me know what you think in those comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, all that jazz. I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.